was here on Tyler's Bag with the retro reviews here on Tyler's Retro Reviews for the last WrestleMania review we're going to talk about this year, WrestleMania 16. This WrestleMania could have been better, yeah, but it wasn't awful, but again, it could have been better. I mean, it was better than 15. But anyways, April 2nd at the Arrowhead Pond of Anaheim, California. Yeah. So it's the tagline on this show, it's a McMahon in every fucking corner, because the main event is a fatal four-way elimination match between Triple H, Big Show, Rock, and Mick Foley, with a McMahon in every fucking corner. Stephanie with Triple H, Shane with the Big Show, Vince with The Rock, and Linda with Mick Foley. Because of all the shenanigans coming from the Royal Rumble to this, I mean, you know, Rock won the 2000 Royal Rumble. Big Show claimed there was an eyewitness, and he said that The Rock's feet hit the floor first, which, again, is probably a sort of a botch, sort of a storyline, but... And then they had the fucking... match in No Way Out where Big Show won. And move on from... And then Rock won the shot back because Vince helped him. And then Mick Foley, who lost to Triple H in the Hell in a Cell match in No Way Out, comes out of fucking retirement for this match. And speaking of, there are 9 matches. And there are 1, 2... I'm counting both as 3, 4-ish changes are on the line. Yeah. So let's get on to this. With the first match on the show is a tag team match. Big Boss Man and Bo Buchanan defeats the Godfather and D'Lo Brown. Godfather's attire looks cool, but then again, it was just a mad opener. I give it a 5 out of 10. Mostly because the Godfather's look was pretty cool, though. Anyways, next up is a hardcore battle royal for the hardcore championship. I mean, this was like a precursor to the championship scramble match, the most clusterfuck of a match ever. But for the hardcore championship, anyone can pin anyone to win or anyone can pin whoever's the champion, and then whoever's the champion in 15 minutes is the hardcore championship. This is throughout the time the hardcore championship is under the 24/7 ruling. And Hardcore Holly won by mistake. By accident. Because Crash was supposed to survive the 15 minutes. But that didn't happen. Hardcore Holly won by accident, and then they had to do the title change the next night on Raw. Yeah, it was the next night on Raw. But yeah, it was pretty entertaining, and yeah, I got a 6.5 out of 10. It was fun. But way too much people in this match. I mean, anyways, then we get Test and Albert defeating Head Cheese at Al Snow and Steve Blackman. This should have been on Sunday Night Heat, honestly. I mean, 3 out of 10 I'll give this. But yeah. And then we get the triangle ladder match for the WWF Tag Team Championships. Edge and Christian defeats the Dudley Boys and the Hardy Boys to win the Tag Team titles. It is like one of the best matches on this show. And yeah, this begins that whole trilogy of their matches. This is basically like a precursor to the TLC match we saw later on at SummerSlam and then at WrestleMania the following year. You know, easily one of the best matches on the show. Like I said, a 10 out of 10 I'll give it. No, actually, I'll give it a 9.9 out of 10 rather. You know, because their other matches were more superior to this, but still a fantastic match. Then you follow up with a cat fight with Val Venus as the referee. Terry defeats the cat. Why? Zero. This was just not needed. Again. Anyways, then we get a 6-person intergender tag match. China and Too Cool defeats Saturn, Dean Malenko, and Eddie Guerrero of the Radicals. This begins the whole Eddie China stuff after WrestleMania, like their partnership in that. That's like one of the. Yeah. It was fine. It was a 6 out of 10. Yeah, I'll give it a 6 out of 10. And then we get a 2-fall triple threat match for both the Intercontinental Championship and the European Championship. First of all is the Intercontinental Championship match. Chris Benoit defeats Chris Jericho and Kurt Angle. Benoit pinned Jericho to win the Intercontinental Championship. Then the second fall was for the European Championship. Chris Jericho defeats Chris Benoit and Kurt Angle when Jericho pinned Chris Benoit. So Jericho wins the European Championship for one night. Because he dropped the title the following night to Eddie Guerrero when China joins up with Eddie Guerrero. And there's that. Both matches were good. And you know, it makes Angle don't have to eat the fall in both of these matches. So yeah, 8 out of 10 I'll give it. And then we get Kane and Rikishi defeating X-Pac and Road Dogg. This was. It was decent. Rikishi giving Road Dogg and Tori the stink face, aka he shoved his ass in their faces. And then we get the running gag. I mean, the match was fine. I mean, it gives Kane his vengeance on X-Pac for what happened some point in October on SmackDown, and this led to, you know, to here. But that's not the main point. 5 out of 10 argument. And yeah. Afterwards, the San Diego Chicken comes out, and Kane knows it's from last year's WrestleMania, where, he saw the chicken, he thought it was Pete Rose underneath the mask. But then the real Pete Rose comes in, Kane just fucking chokeslams him, but Rikishi stops Pete Rose from hitting him with the baseball bat, and then Rikishi gives Pete Rose his ass. So yeah, 5 out of 10 I'll give the match, and there. And then finally, main event time. A fatal 4-way elimination match for the WWF Championship. Triple H defeats The Rock, Mick Foley, and Big Show to retain the WWF Championship. Like I said, this whole build was a fucking cluster. Rock won the 2000 Royal Rumble. Triple H retains the title there. You thought WrestleMania should be Rock and Triple H, but then Big Show claimed there was an eyewitness. They had the match at No Way Out, where Big Show beat The Rock thanks to Shane McMahon. And then No Way Out, that same No Way Out, Triple H beat Cactus Jack, and now WrestleMania's gonna be Big Show versus Triple H. But then The Rock won a match to get his spot back. But then it turns into a triple threat on the SmackDown after that match. But then it went to Go Home Raw before that. Then it led to Linda McMahon announcing this to be a Fatal 4 elimination match where Mick Foley comes out of fucking retirement for this. So, eliminations in this match. Big Show was the first man eliminated by The Rock. Yeah. Then, Mick Foley was eliminated by Triple H when he got pegged right onto a steel chair. And he was officially retired. He was never coming back again. He becomes commissioner in 2 fucking months. And then Foley attacks Triple H after he got eliminated. And there's that. Came out to Rock and Triple H. That led to Vince McMahon and Shane fighting each other outside the ring. Then fucking Vince turns on The Rock. And Triple H wins because of it. Triple H is the first heel to walk out of WrestleMania as the champion. And then afterwards, The Rock attacks Vince, Shane, he rock bottoms Stephanie, and gets her the people's elbow to send the fans home happy. More on this when I talk about Backlash in 2 weeks. Yep, that's going to be in 2 weeks, but we're not going to there yet. But we got to get through next week. But stupid swerve at the end, you know. I get a 6.5 out of 10. My biggest issue is too many multi-man matches on the show. And that's the problem with this WrestleMania. I get a 6 out of 10. Could have been better, but hey, it was a step up from last year's WrestleMania, and it was also a step up from the other 2 offerings at this time in 2000. Living Dangerously, Uncensored, that ECW and WCW did. Yeah. So yeah, mixed bag, but yeah. Next week, Lockdown 2005. You probably know. But yeah, time for my WrestleMania 41 review on my main channel, but we gotta do a SmackDown before then and there. Like this video, comment below, subscribe to this channel, and click the notification bell as well as my main channel also. So there's that. Bye-bye.